degree. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
What's up? What's going on, sis? What's up?
What's up? I'm trying to find the remote for my TV. I don't know what Marvin did with it.
Oh, you got it playing in the background?
Well, I used the dish thing to turn it off,
Okay.
but yeah, well, to mute it or whatever the case may be.
All right,
But
we're
yeah,
going to go. I'm sorry.
you good, sis?
All right, everybody. I'm Yolanda the Great. I got my girl Peanut Butter Face, and we're going to do some commentary on reactions. Well, a couple of reactions to Pretti's death, Alex Pretti's death. So we're going to I'm going to play Donald Trump's response, Megyn Kelly's response, Jon Stewart's response, Donovan Mitchell response. He's an NBA star. And then I actually want to go over Stella Carlson's. She was a witness to what happened. She actually recorded everything. She spoke with Anderson Cooper. So I want to go over that clip as well. But I definitely want to start with the clip of Megyn, Trump, and Jon. You agree, Peanut?
I definitely agree. I can't stand that hustle.
It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot. All right, let's get it going. What up, it's your girl Yolanda the Great with the Great Spills the Tea, Diamond Gang. Everybody has something to say about Alex Pretti's case right now. Politicians, talk show hosts, commentators, the reactions are coming from every direction. And tonight, I want to show you 3 very different responses that are already spreading across the internet. We're going to start with Donald Trump, then move to Megyn Kelly, and finish with Jon Stewart. Each one of them has completely different tones, and honestly, it shows just how divided people are in this case. First up, Donald Trump. Reporters asked him directly whether Alex Pretti's death was justifiable, and this is what he said.
Said Alex Pretti's death was justified.
Well, you know, we're doing a big investigation. I want to see the investigation. I'm going to be watching over it. I want a very honorable and honest investigation. I have to see it myself.
So, Diamond Gang, Trump, and that response had people debating whether he was being cautious, neutral, or strategic. Either way, and her reaction is a lot harsher.
Let me stop
She
it.
said,
Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's talk about Donald Trump's reaction. I think he was playing it very safe. I think when it first happened, I think that he was very disrespectful. Honestly, I think he was disrespectful with Renee Good's unalive man. But I
Mm-hmm.
think once time went on and he found out more information, I think now he's starting to process. He's starting to have a change of heart. Um, he know that them guys was wrong, and we're going to go over that when we review the Stella Carlson clip. What do
Mm-hmm.
you think about Trump's response?
Trump's response um, was unlike Trump.
Yeah,
Um, you can tell that he was caught off guard, and the name did not sound like a name of minority, unfortunately, in my personal opinion. So he gave the very basic response, um, which was, we'll figure it out and we'll go from there. That's just my personal opinion. Um, but it is what it is. But everybody that's not familiar with my stance, that's new here because we are starting to have a whole lot of newcomers coming in. I am one that supports ICE. Okay, we're going to start there. Do I support the ICE of this regime? No, I do not. And I say regime, and I say that not very likely. Not very
mm,
likely, should I say. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. But I feel like it was a very basic political response. There was no wrong, there was no right. He was just in the gray area with it
right. But usually he's not in a gray area.
because he didn't
He's
know anything
normally
about it. And we all know that he's battling all his health issues.
this
I'm
was after.
sorry, but he's still suffering from dementia. The Joker can't
You
even
think?
walk. Yes, he can't even walk. They had to redo the steps on Air Force One for him to walk up on. Look at the steps on Air Force One now versus any other president. While everybody's talking about Sleepy Joe, both them jokers old and they only a couple of years younger. Well, only a couple of years in between them. Both of them too old to be in that seat.
Yeah, I mean, I agree
Everybody,
with
it should
that,
be
but
it should be just like there's an age limit. There's an age limit of when you can run for president. I think you got to be 35. There should be an age max. There should be an age max for every freaking political seat, and there should be term limits across the board. Because I'm sick and tired of all these 80-year-olds out here trying to tell me what to do with my life. Go sit down
let me
somewhere and eat some applesauce.
let me pull up this. What's up, bro? Sorry, I didn't have the chat up, but I have a comment. The girl was in the wrong. She shouldn't have put herself in that situation. Also with the guy as well. What do you mean they were wrong? By
Um,
protesting, by blowing the whistles? What do you mean by they were wrong?
the girl
Everybody
was
is acting
wrong.
like these people were breaking fucking laws.
That girl that was shot in the car, she
So
was
what are
wrong.
you talking about when
She
you say that they're wrong? They were wrong.
The girl was wrong
Who?
though. The girl that got shot was wrong. The girl that got pow was wrong. This other guy that
Renee?
you, yes, we had this whole discussion on
How
how
do
I
you
felt about it.
okay, wait, let's go back. When she says the girl's wrong, let's clear that up. Are you speaking as far as Stella Carlson is wrong?
I don't know who Stella
Or is
Carlson.
she speaking as Renee Good is
He's speak.
wrong?
I think Rich is speaking about Renee Good. I want to assume his gen. I don't want to assume his gender.
What's
or
up, Marie?
her gender,
What's up,
whatever.
Marianne?
Hey, Marie and Marion. Hey, Rich. I'm assuming that he's speaking about Renee. And we already
I'm,
went
I'm
down that.
still,
And we,
but
yeah,
I'm
we went
still
down that whole road, and me and Liz both agreed. Everybody else didn't agree, but me and Liz agreed that everybody in the situation was wrong.
okay. Okay, and a Renee Good. Okay, I can see that. I could. I'm all right with that.
But
But
this guy right here, he did nothing wrong. He
okay,
did nothing wrong. He did everything that was right. You pushing women down as a grown man, because if this would have been a regular person in the street pushing a woman like that, we all know that if they would have pulled out a weapon, they'll be downtown locked up.
yeah,
And he didn't do anything. All he did was get in front of them to take the blows, because it really was two women. It won't
yeah.
just one.
All right, let's play Megan's. Oh boy, her response is horrible. It's fucking horrible.
She doesn't feel sorry for Alex Pretti at all. Listen to this.
I know I'm supposed to feel sorry for Alex Pretti, but I don't. I don't. Do you know why I wasn't shot by Border Patrol this weekend? Because I kept my ass inside and out of their operations. It's very simple. If I felt strongly enough about something the government was doing that I would go out and protest, I would do it peacefully on the sidewalk without interfering via a whistle, via shouting, via my body, via any other way. I would make my objections known by standing there without interfering, because interfering is where you go south. And laying hands on a police officer trying to, or a Border Patrol officer or ICE officer trying
You didn't try to
conduct a
lay
law
his hands
enforcement
on y'all.
operation is a felony. And now you are going to get arrested. And if you do anything that resembles resisting, you're in serious trouble.
He did.
Does-
Damning game. Her tone.
Okay.
She definitely is.
What do you
She
feel about
definitely is.
that?
I disagree with her
That was
completely.
good.
I disagree with her completely. As a person the that supports what ICE is supposed to represent, she's completely wrong, because he wasn't doing anything illegally. He wasn't even protesting. Number one, he wasn't even a part of the protest. He was just there simply filming.
Yep.
There's no evidence at all that he was participating in a protest. You have nothing that shows him yelling or even speaking to the agents. He was just simply filming until those agents put their hands on two women. That's
Yep.
it. That is all. And there is nothing illegal at all. I know certain states it's illegal to have a weapon near a protest. I'm not exactly sure if it's like that in the state that they're in. I know in the state of North Carolina, you cannot be anywhere near a protest with a weapon.
Okay.
You're not supposed to, even though them January Sixers were actually actively protesting with weapons and nothing ever happened to them. And you're not supposed to be anywhere near a protest with a weapon. But he wasn't protesting. He didn't try to pull it. He didn't do anything. He was just armed. And he don't even have to tell you he's armed because he has a CCL.
You hear this?
It's
Well, you
none of
see
your
the
freaking business.
You hear this? Well, you see the agents over the case resigned. I bet they
They
did.
resigned. The agent that shot Renee resigned. The agents, because now they're saying it was two agents that fired. What is his name? Alex?
Yep.
It was two agents apparently that fired at Alex. I thought it was only one, but apparently it's
It was
two.
two.
And two of those have not resigned. They have been put on administrative leave,
Okay.
which is normal because it's pending
An
an investigation,
investigation. Yeah.
which they're probably going to end up resigning, which is probably what they're going to recommend, is that they resign the same way as this other joker
Mm.
that shot Renee. So he was not, hey, we beat you. Hey, bro. But there's no way for them to lie out of this, just like there was no way for them to lie out of the Renee situation. There's no way for that. Like now with the Renee situation, it was 50-50. With this situation, it is not 50-50. Y'all pepper sprayed him while he was trying to get in between y'all attacking two women. Y'all pepper sprayed him and then
Yep.
immediately started putting him on the ground, punching him to where he's
Hitting him
in a
all in the
fetal
head.
yeah, he's in a fetal position and you're still assaulting him, and then you grab his weapon from him and then discharge your weapons on him.
Right. After they
There's
disarmed
no
him
After you disarmed him, there's no way to justify that.
at all.
There is
At
no way to
all.
justify that. Now the storyline would probably be differently if he was someone different. But the thing that I'm actually shocked about is how many people are coming to ICE defense regarding Alex and the Renee, and they're of the same hue as these people that was unalived. Because I honestly thought that
You know
they
why?
probably, I honestly thought that it would be different. I
Two
honestly
different
thought that
lifestyles.
I thought the narrative would be different, and that they would be more sympathetic and realize what other ethnicities go through on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I
Uh-uh.
thought that they would be more humble and like I seen one video that you posted today, and I may be speaking too far ahead, and I'm sorry. Humanizing people. We're human. Everybody out here is human, and nobody's being treated like humans if
At
you're not
all.
going with the narrative. And
At
that's the
all.
sad part.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Cal Rittenhouse, oh my God, that Joker.
All right, let's
Oh
get
my
into
God.
let's,
That's a whole different topic, but we probably can't add that onto this commentary, Mr. Boogeyman.
all right, let's go. This is crazy.
Her wording, everything about that clip is strong, and people online are completely split. Some agree with her, others say she went too far.
She went
But
too
either
damn
way,
far.
her comments are definitely fueling the conversation. And finally, Jon Stewart.
Let's go,
His
John.
reaction is totally different from the
Hold on, sis.
first
Hold
two.
on, sis. Can you
He
pause?
say people are lying.
Yep.
Do
Go
not
ahead.
block mail. Do not block mail.
Who?
I'm a have mail.
Who is
I'm
that?
gonna have a conversation with Mel in a minute because we gonna have a whole conversation.
Okay, and I'm not gonna block Mel. She's
I'm talking about the mods that's in the chat.
yeah.
Don't block Mel. Me and Mel. Mel, I see you, sweetheart. We gonna get into it, okay? Stand by.
Okay. Who's Kyle? Kyle defending himself.
She's talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, the one that
Oh,
shot the protesters that was at a protest.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's all right, I'm gonna finish playing this. Just all I'm asking is listen, all opinions are respected. Just don't put anything crazy in the chat. That's all I asked. And I'll let you rock out. Say what you gotta say. Say how you feel. All right, let's go.
About Alex Pretti, and here's the clip.
They're lying. We saw it.
Yes, we did.
And that's how brazen they lie when they know we've seen the truth. That's how they lie when they know we know. Imagine how they lie when there's no evidence to contradict them. And maybe that more than anything explains why Alex Pretti really was a threat. Because he was brandishing a weapon. A handheld aluminum 1080p 60 FPS weapon of mass illumination. because there is nothing more dangerous.
Diamond Gang, Jon Stewart is calling out the coverage itself, saying the narrative isn't matching the fact. And that's adding a whole new to the current the story is being told. Diamond Gang. So tonight we've heard 3 completely different actions. One calling for investigation, one showing zero sympathy, one accusing people of lying. And honestly, it shows just complicated and emotional this case
All right,
has
I'm gonna stop
become.
it right there. Welcome to the stage, my guy, Boogie Man. What's up?
Okay.
Hey,
Hello, buddy.
boogie, 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 boogie.
Hold on.
Hey, boogie, boogie, boogie.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
But before we get too far away, Kyle Rittenhouse was not defending himself. Kyle Rittenhouse showed up with an AR-15 saying he's protecting businesses
that his mama dropped him off to.
Yes, he was 17 years old, not even old enough to own an AR-15. Showed up saying he was protecting businesses from Black Lives Matter. When his ass got confronted, and people started swinging at his ass, he shot people.
Agreed.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
That's what she said.
He went to that for one specific reason. You can hit hey, the link is in the chat. You can go up here and discuss it with me. That's not self-defense.
Come on up. He
shouldn't have been there in the first place.
He should have been at home getting ready for school. But he was a minor carrying a weapon.
Across state lines.
Across state lines. Had this been anybody else, you guys would have asked, well, I'm not gonna say you guys. Some people would have asked, where were their parents? The mother dropped him off. If he would have been a school power, we just seen 2 parents go to prison for what their kids did. Why was his mother ever charged, Boogie?
Nope. No.
She should have been charged.
Mother was never charged.
Because she dropped him off there.
Oh, really?
This was not self-defense. You don't get to say self-defense when you're doing illegal activities. You were not old enough to have that firearm. You crossed state lines on top of that. And this was not a doggone freaking Castro doctrine type of thing or anything else like that. He was not in his home and just decided that he was going to defend it. He went on his way into another area for the sole purpose of being a nuisance.
And who gave him the authority?
What do you mean? What was illegal?
People?
I'm confused. Something is wrong with you. We gotta get your brain checked, lady.
Yeah. What? So again, who gave him the authorization to be the protector of that specific property? Now, he had every chance to walk away before that group confronted him. He could have walked away, but he didn't. He stayed right there because he thought he was a badass. Oh, I got a gun. Look at my gun. I'm a badass.
You can legally possess a firearm in a lot of states. Like in North Carolina, there is no legal age to where I can teach my children how to use their firearm, how to use anything. I can't legally gift it to them until they're 18, but I can teach them how to fire it. With that being said, you still have to be in the presence of an adult. My children know how to fire, all of them. My middle daughter was out here going hunting with her best friends and everything else when she was 12, 13 years old. But she was in the presence of an adult.
What
It's
state was
not
this?
her
I'm surprised I didn't
firearm.
hear it. I'm sorry. I'm surprised I didn't hear about this one. I swear.
It was
What
during the
state is
George
this?
Floyd. It was during
Th-
the George Floyd protests.
yeah,
And I
Gotcha.
wasn't.
there's a meme of him sitting on the witness stand, just crying, just
Mm.
crying. But they hail him a hero. Did you know that? That the same people that are sitting up here talking about, well, Alex had no business bringing that weapon to a protest. He had no business doing that. Are the same people that brought Wittenhouse on the stage with a fanfare of confetti.
Mm.
Agreed.
Those same people are now condemning Alex for bringing a weapon to the protest. Let's talk about
But
it
he
was South.
wasn't. But it wasn't a protest at that point. These agents
No,
just pulled up. It was not even a legal protest. He was out there minding his business. But the same person that's saying Rittenhouse was in his legal right to go out here and do what he did is also saying that Alex shouldn't have been unalived the way he was unalived. But he never
well,
pulled it. He wasn't toting it. He was just minding his business filming. Kyle went out here with the sole intent of inciting fear. He should have had a terroristic charge attached. Because you can fight at a school and get a terroristic charge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Boogie.
so let's understand the whole circumstances with Alex. That officer that pushed that woman to the ground used excessive force.
Yes, he did.
Okay? He had no right to push her the way he did. That woman should be suing the officer that pushed her down like that. There was no violence, there was nothing. She is allowed to speak the way she wants to speak. He pushed her, not only pushed her, he launched her across and then immediately started pepper spraying them.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, no matter their age, can defend themselves. You have also been overused in court on the intent of Cal being there.
Okay. But did you know that under lethal force, you cannot respond with lethal force if you yourself put yourself in that danger?
Not only that, Boogeyman. He wasn't supposed to be there
Overruled. She said overruled. I'm sorry.
he wasn't even supposed to be there anyway. He wasn't even supposed to be there anyway because a lot of these states and a lot of these counties and cities issue curfew hours. If you are under a certain age, you are not allowed to be out without an adult. His mother dropped him off.
What
So
state was
while you're
this?
saying,
I think it was Illinois.
yeah, I think
It's
it
either
was
Illinois?
Illinois. I think,
Illinois or
let me see.
Yeah, let's look
Missouri or
this up.
something like that. but okay, so let's talk about the use of force. He threw her down. Alec was protecting her, right? They pepper sprayed him. 5 officers jumped on him. Not one time was that weapon brandished. He didn't reach for it. He couldn't reach for it. There was 5 men on top of him holding his arms.
Mm-hmm.
It was never pulled out. And let's just call the lie a lie. There was not 2 magazines. He had a magazine in the weapon and he had an extra magazine. That's nothing out of the ordinary. Matter of fact, I carry 3 magazines at all times. So that having an extra Wisconsin, yeah, having an extra magazine, that's normal.
I don't understand why they're making a big deal about it because I carry just one extra one, but you say you carry 2. I carry at least one extra, but
I
I'm
have
also coming with
one
somebody else that carry.
Yeah,
So
one in the weapon, and I have 2 in a holster. But here's the thing: that's that's not out of the norm.
it's not.
He didn't threaten them with the weapon. Okay, well, let me tell you what really happened during this thing. They panicked. Now he was shot 9 times. Now, a lot of people have never been into situations like that. Once a weapon is fired, scared people will just fire their weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's the crowd mentality. It's the group mentality. You don't know where that shot came from. That's why I always tell people, look, if you're not law enforcement and you're carrying a weapon, understand something. When the cops show up, they don't know if you're a good guy or a bad guy. How are they going to tell? Is there a sign over your head? No. You're shooting, they're shooting, and they're going to be shooting at you.
You know what? Instead of playing Donovan, I'm going to play Stella. We're going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, from the eyewitness, from her. We're going to hear it from her. Give me a second. That's what we're going to do. Hold on. She tells it from A to Z what happens. Hold on. It's broke my heart listening to this. Hold up. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Can you guys please hit the like button to support the commentary? Thank you.
What up, it's your girl Yolanda, the great with the great spills the tea, Diamond Gang. Tonight, we're hearing from a key eyewitness, a woman the internet originally called the Pink Coat Lady. Her real name is Stella Carlson, and she was right there when Alex Pretti was killed. She recorded the moment. She lived through the chaos, and now, for the very first time, she's speaking publicly about what she saw. Stella sat down with Anderson Cooper, and in this clip, she explains exactly what happened in Alex's final moments.
Your video captures the moment in which the officer removes his gun after they have said he's got a gun. It's very hard to see even on the video. You have to kind of slow it down.
And then before you knew it, pow, 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 and I saw Alex on the ground, and then there's nobody around. After he was shot, the agents fled, and all I saw was Alex on the ground.
One of the things that's shocking about the number of shots is that the last 5 shots or so are actually from a distance where he appears already lying on the ground, not moving. Do you remember that? Again, this is happening in
honestly, Alex being shot is the most memorable part of it. The agents are not a part of that, I think, because I watched him die.
I want y'all to listen to this closely.
Die. I remember him arching his back and his head rolling back, and it was so fast moving, but not for me. Like, when they fled, which now I see, after the shooting, they decided to just scatter and save themselves. Watching him die.
When the shots are fired, you begin to scream. What the F did you just do? Do you remember that moment? Do you remember screaming that?
I remember the feeling inside my body. Of course, I wish I wasn't saying that word so often, but at the same time, that's how angry and I don't know if anger is the right, mortified. That's just how mortified I have been feeling and helpless. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, what? And I knew he was gone because I watched it. And then they come over to try to perform some type of medical aid by ripping his clothes open with scissors and then maneuvering his body around like a rag doll, only to discover that it could be because they wanted to count the bullet wounds to see how.
Do y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
I do.
This is
And
crazy. Treated his body like a rag doll.
You could see that they were doing that. I mean,
It's to get the story straight. They're getting their stories straight.
Yeah, but there's
me-
video evidence of them patting him down while he's on the ground after you already disarmed him. There's video evidence of everything that she's saying. Because I seen the whole entire thing before it was removed from social media. Everything she's saying is already out there.
Yeah, they were
Let me
patting
finish
him
playing.
down, but they were patting him down because they didn't know where the weapon was.
No, they already grabbed the weapon.
Yes, but the other agents didn't know that they had snatched the weapon. They're
I got you.
screaming, "Where's the weapon? Where is the weapon?"
Let me finish playing this out real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick.
How many they got, like he's a deer. I watched that, and that is what it felt like they were doing, and that is part of why I was like, what are you guys doing? Why would you jostle his body around like that? You're not even doing anything to help him. But I knew he was gone.
You knew he was gone then?
I knew he was gone. There was no way with the way his body was moving, and I only knew that because of the way they were manipulating his dead body, just playing with it. Like they're in a video game. They were looking at us and laughing.
After the
Laughing.
I mean,
Diamond Gang.
Laughing. They were fucking laughing. Go ahead, y'all.
Well, it's not. It's completely unethical, by the way. But it's how do I say this? It is not outside their pattern of ethics that they don't laugh at you once they complete a reward. This is what they do. Like, you have people that were illegally detained and sent to another state that were citizens, and they were laughing and mocking them all the way to another state that they were sending them to. This is what this current regime is doing. So I'm sorry, like with all the stories, I can't not believe her. Even though I'm a supporter of ICE, I cannot not believe what she's saying because I've witnessed it with my own eyes. There was no life-saving measures at all, but they were also firing at him while he was already down.
Well,
I counted at least 8 shots.
There was 9 shots. Well, actually, 10 is what you're saying.
Did y'all hear this?
I'm
She said, here's the kicker. The first shot was an involuntary discharge from the very weapon taken from Alex.
That means that they would have had to put one in the chamber, because the average person is not walking around with one in the chamber.
I am, but here's the thing.
You're different. You're different.
That
You're
weapon.
Different.
If you look at
Marvin is the same too. He walks around with one in the chamber. I don't walk around with one in the chamber.
I have safety. I ain't got time to pull my clip back or pull my slot back to feed around. It's got to be in there already. But here's the thing. They show you in the video, the man is pulled the weapon, turned, and was pointing it away. And he did not have his finger on that trigger. He had it by the thumb and the forefinger, which means he was pulling it out and bringing it off to the side. Okay? The first shot was an ICE agent shot. Now, here's my problem that I have in this. You are responsible and required to render aid.
Yes.
Even if you are the one that shot the person, you are required by law to render aid.
Love you, Mike. Have a great night.
See you later, Mike. Go ahead. This is getting good.
Okay? They did not do any of that. They didn't even check for a pulse.
They
didn't even check for a pulse.
They didn't. They was just tossing around like he was a doggone freaking. Yeah, it was very hard. It was very hard to look at. about how they
So
were maneuvering the body.
so
This is crazy.
two agents fired those shots. Only two. You could see one once the first shot went off. You could see one scamper behind the car.
Yeah.
He took off and ran behind the car. The other ones kind of just spread out, like it shocked
But
them.
what the hell were they
that it
running
happened.
for? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Because they didn't know
Because
where the
you don't know
shot.
who's you don't know who's firing, because this random person just started firing and then another person started firing. You don't know where it's coming from.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
like what Boogie is saying, I thought it was just one person that unloaded a whole entire clip,
it's two.
because I was counting. I didn't know that it was two until the report went to Congress. And the report to Congress is telling a completely different story than what these ICE agents was telling their superiors.
What about Michigan? They attacked the
What
state
about
capitals with pow pows.
what about
Uh,
Michigan?
Yeah,
What about Michigan? You mean when they were going to when a militia, a Republican militia, was going to kidnap the governor of Michigan? Are you talking about that? You remember that, where they tried to? They were going to.
I
The
remember
plot
it.
was to kidnap the governor of Michigan. That was the plot.
See, I'm
But
not
I
even
mean,
going.
we can
Well,
go down. It can be a whole rabbit hole with
oh yeah.
how many attacks have been made on on the Democrats and high power. Because
We could talk about the Michigan state senator or state congresswoman. Her and her husband were shot right in their house, in their doorway. Then the man drove another hour and went and shot two more people. They
pow
lived.
pow pow. Yeah. And then what is that other lady's name? Boogeyman. What's the other lady's
One
name?
that got shot in the face.
No, the one whose husband was beat.
Oh, Pelosi.
Yeah, her and her husband.
Yeah. Well, when you keep telling people that these people are behind uh, these people are behind cabals of kidnapping children, and they're the leaders of this. They're doing that.
Hold on,
I mean,
Mel, come back soon. Right, we can't all agree on the same things. I appreciate your participation. Bless you too. Thank you. Okay. Now Mel was just saying bye. She had to go.
okay, but all I'm saying is that the only common factor in all of this is the fact that they're making people the bad guy, and it only takes one moron to believe you.
Yeah. You ain't never lied.
Let's y'all remember Pizzagate?
Yeah. Now I do know that.
Peanut, you know about Pizzagate?
I think I do. I think I called him
You
something
do.
else.
Well, it was called Pizzagate because he
It,
listened to all of Q's lies. Okay, the whole lie about they're holding children underneath the DC streets in the tunnels. They're the children under there, and
yeah,
they
I
got
do remember.
yeah.
I gave him I gave him a nickname because
So
it
the
was
man drove from the middle of the country to Washington D.C. to attack a pizza parlor that he was told is the main entrance to the tunnels where they're holding the children. Okay, that man attacked the congresswoman the other night with a syringe.
Yes. I did do a short on that.
You know why he did it?
Why?
no,
Because
but I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, Boogeyman, but I just want to say this one thing, and you can go on about it. I really do feel that he should be charged with felony assault. My personal opinion.
The
Go
guy
ahead.
with the syringe,
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yes. He. Well, they didn't get him with felony assault, but they have gotten him with assault, and they are put him in for a mental evaluation. But here's the thing: the reason he attacked her is because Trump and them said she's behind all of the money that's being stolen by the Somalians.
What? Let
I
me get
did.
that clip.
No, I did hear that. I definitely did hear that. That is
You heard it?
definitely out there. Yeah, I've heard it. It's definitely out there. I've heard it.
Let me get that clip real quick. This someone asked said it looks staged.
No, that was not
No, they want
staged.
you to believe it's staged.
That's
That
what
was
I
not
said.
staged.
Well,
He
it looked
yet
like it, but
he yelled something and then he squirted the syringe at her.
And yeah,
That could have been anything.
it came out. It came
someone
out
said
that
it
it
was
was just
urine.
no. It
Yeah,
came out. No, it came
Urine?
out that it was just apple cider vinegar.
yeah.
It came out that
Which
it was
Wow.
just
Let me
apple
play this
cider
clip.
vinegar.
do you
But
know if he had hit her in the face with apple cider vinegar, she'd be blind right now, right?
exactly, which is why I said
What?
that. Exactly, which
Let me
is why I
play it.
say
Let me play
that.
it. Let me play it real
What
quick.
up?
Just
It's
real
your
Okay.
girl
quick.
Yolanda, the great with the great spills the tea. Diamond Gang. Something disturbing happened during a town hall with Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. A man lunged at her and tried to spray her with an unknown substance right there in front of the crowd. The moment was caught on video and it's already spreading online. Watch this.
Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. Asshole. I don't know.
She tried to fight him.
I need a napkin. I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will continue. No. You need to go get checked. No, we will continue. These fucking assholes are not going to get away with it. You need to go get checked. No, you don't know what.
Diamond Gang. You could see
All
the
right, let me
panic
stop
in the
it.
room. Security rushed in, but
All right, that's crazy. Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about the vinegar. What happened?
Boogie, you want to go? You want to go first, Boogie?
Yeah, apple cider vinegar is so strong. In order to drink it, you have to dilute it.
Right.
1 cup of water, and a capful of apple cider vinegar is all you can take. If you drink any more, you'll burn your esophagus. Okay.
Right.
They use apple cider vinegar to peel stuff off of metal and stuff. That stuff is so erosive. It's not
I
even
love
funny.
vinegar too. Go ahead.
You
So if
don't-
it gets in your eye,
If it gets in your eye, you're blind. It's going to blind you. That stuff is very, very acidic.
yeah. Wow.
And that's why I say that in terms of when you spit on someone or you're spraying something of an unknown substance on someone, it should be immediately a felony. And you'll think twice about doing it next time.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Spitting,
Well, they say when you
which
spit on
is
someone, that's assault.
it's assault, but it's a misdemeanor. It should be a
Yeah.
felony because that's a bodily fluid. I don't know what's in
True.
your mouth and in your body.
Yeah.
And then now
True.
you coming up and spraying me with unknown substances. That could have been acid. That could have been anything. That should be a felony. You can't just come up and spray somebody with something.
Yeah. Mm.
We're not having a water pow fight.
Yeah.
Like you just coming out here with a syringe and just spraying me with something on my sweater.
That was crazy.
That's some crazy work right there.
All right, we 45, almost 50 minutes in. Y'all know I want to get into my boy,
Oh
Donovan.
Lord.
Well, Donovan made sense.
I know. But I'm still looking forward to whoever pop up in your chat.
I ran him out.
For who? Who you looking for?
No, I'm talking about I ran all the naysayers out.
Yep. All right, let's get into Donovan. They speaking out the
man, like this is just like a normal thing. Like that shouldn't be, right? Like,
Let me bring it back down. Let's go.
What up, it's your girl Yolanda, the great with the great spills the tea. Diamond Gang. I've been saying this for days now. It feels like America is becoming desensitized. We're watching these situations unfold, and instead of compassion or accountability, people are just numb. Well, Diamond Gang, NBA star Donovan Mitchell from the Cleveland Cavaliers spoke out about the Alex Pretti shooting, and he did not hold back. He called it BS, and honestly, his message lines up exactly with what I've been saying. And Diamond Gang, what makes this even more intense is that he said he was actually there when everything went down. The Cavaliers were at a hotel that went into lockdown during the incident. So he's not speaking from a distance. He lived through the chaos in real time.
It's violence, like senseless violence, right? Like it's one of those things where there's a human element to all this, right? Like, you know what I mean? And we were there for the first one, and then to see it happen again, like just, it's like it's become the norm. You know what I mean? It's become something that, quite frankly, I don't feel like any of us in here are like it's like, man, like this is just like a normal thing. Like that shouldn't be, right? Like it's one of those things. We are in this bubble as NBA players, right? Like we're removed, but in the same token, like being there in Minnesota, and I talked about this, being there in Minnesota when that happened, like it really made you open your eyes because you're there. You feel it, right? It's 10 minutes away, right? We were on lockdown in the hotel, right? You can only feel for the people of Minnesota, feel for the families, because it's just not right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I see it's like the sides. Like, no, I mean, it's the human element. You know what I mean? It's the human part of it that trying to curse. It's like that gets to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part. And you know what I mean? And there's so much craziness and like, oh, it's this, it's that. It's like, no, let's be humans. Like, let's, you know what I mean? Like, what about that? Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's what is awful. It's not right. You know what I mean? It's not right that it keeps happening. It's not right that it's desensitized the way it is. I even saw like the little kid that was by himself. I don't know the full thing, but I saw like the little kid that was by his or herself. Like, what about the human side of that? Like, that's a child by itself, no parent. You know what I mean? I feel like we lose that in all of this, and you know what I mean? And that's what's alarming, disheartening, for myself, for us family, right? You know, I have family who came to this country, right? You know what I mean? And they fear for their lives. They fear, and they're legal citizens, like they fear. And I don't know the whole situation of the people that got, you know, murdered, but I do know that it's BS, right? Like it's BS, and that's just been my standpoint on it. And I pray for the families that are affected by it. I pray for everybody that's affected by it, and I pray we figure this out, man, because it's getting out of hand, and it's something that we need to just figure out, and hopefully we do soon, because it's just become the norm, and it's nuts, it's insane, and that can't be who we are as a country, as a people. So those are my thoughts.
Damn. Real quick, the Ramos child, the 5-year-old, a judge stopped the deportation of him and his father. They used that 5-year-old, and I did an upload on this, as a pawn to get the people, to get the father and other family members out of the house. They used a 5-year-old. So yeah, they came to get the father ran, so they used the child.
You're missing
That's
a part,
insane.
though, sis. You're missing a part. You're missing a part to where the father went to go pick up the 5-year-old from school.
Right.
And they followed him from the schoolhouse into the driveway. And they detained them in that driveway, detained him and the child while they were legal adults in that house.
Yeah, there were adults in the house, but here's the thing.
And the father and the son had legal paperwork. They were just
Yeah, they were in the
following.
process. Everything's not completed with them.
Yeah,
They're in the
yeah,
process.
but nothing was expired.
Right. You're
They
right.
came here and everything was approved.
You're right. You're right.
Everything was approved.
You're acting surprised.
And they would not leave the
Who's
child with
who's
the
acting?
adult.
I'm not surprised at all because I've been telling
You,
people this was gonna happen. I ain't surprised at all.
when you show up at court dates, these people have court dates. They're showing up for their court dates to further along their citizenship, and you're picking them up in the lobby of the courthouse. Those people aren't committing crimes. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Go to court, and you're picking them up. You know why? Because it's nothing but a number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember why I said that they trying to outdo numbers.
Yeah, they're trying. They want to be more than 3.2 million deportations. Obama deported 3.2 million illegals.
YG, didn't I tell you this?
Okay.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I
Yes,
tell
you
you this,
did.
YG?
They trying to outdo Obama.
Yes,
They trying
that's
to
why
outdo Obama.
there is a quota for 3,000 immigrants a day. 3,000 immigrants a day. Okay. Now, here's my problem with all of this. There is over 1 million illegals in Texas right now. There's 1 million illegals in New York. There's 1 million. They mentioned another state got 1 million, but ICE is not in those cities.
They're in the
ICE,
Democratic ones.
Yeah, ICE is in Minneapolis because Tim Walz is the governor. And Tim Walz said very, very mean things about Donald Trump.
I have a question before you go too deep into that. I have a question. Well, I'm gonna make it a two-part question. Do you remember when everyone, and I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful way, but I don't know how else to say it. Do you remember when everyone was flooding the borders and those southern states aligning the Mexican border was sending all the illegal immigrants, even those applying for asylum, going about it the legal way and not just entering illegally? They literally was putting them on a bus to Democratic states.
Yes, that is the reason that New York did what they did with the cards, putting them up in hotels and everything else, because they had no recourse. They flooded the city. They were showing up at the Pennsylvania governor's mansion. They were showing up at the Virginia governor's mansion. They were showing up in New York City at the transit authority. They were showing up everywhere on these buses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Florida was putting them on planes and flying them out to Martha's Vineyard. Okay. So all these places that you see right now, ICE is in Maine.
Maine?
Yes, Maine.
I feel like they were out here in my area today.
Okay.
I feel like they were out here in my area today because they were speeding through, and typically my sheriff's department escorts them, but it is also an election season. So, yeah.
So why there's only 130,000 illegals in Minneapolis.
To go this hard for 130.
Why? Yeah. Why are they there? They're there because Tim Walz said mean things about Donald Trump and ran against him in an election.
Mm-hmm.
this dude and his personal beefs, and so far they 5 deaths. 5.
You didn't hear what he did today?
No, what happened today?
Wait, what happened?
The FBI raided the Fulton County.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, they raided the Fulton. Yeah, the Fulton County voter registration offices.
I did see that. I have to send that to you, Raji.
Looking for fraud from the 2020 election.
Yeah, I did see that. It did pop up in my news feed, but I haven't been able to read the article. It did pop up in my news feed though.
Let me ask y'all a question before we close out, because we over an hour. Do you guys see this ending soon?
No.
Now he is going to pull them out of Minneapolis.
Good.
It's too hot. So he's going to pull them out of there,
so?
and he's going to say, "Yeah,
they're starting already. They removed what's his name? Yeah,
the Bon Jovi or whatever the frick his name is.
Yeah.
He's gone." And
Little Terminator.
Yeah, they sent the 50,000 FBI brown paper bag guy up there. He's Tom Homeland or something like that. He's the border czar. They have him on video receiving $50,000 in a brown paper bag.
What?
What in the doggone 50 cents power edition is this?
What?
He received $50,000 in a brown paper bag.
I think I heard about this.
By the FBI.
Hey, Damon.
In order to secure, the sting was that these people were going to give him $50,000 so that he could set them up for government contracts once they get into office. They have him on video taking the money.
Wow.
And Trump ordered the investigation to stop.
Dang, what's up, baby?
Brett Favre?
You late to the party.
Brett Favre?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about? Brett Favre?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, he was the centerpiece of a multi-million-dollar scam in Mississippi. They took money from a fund that was supposed to help at-risk people, right? They took the money and built a volleyball stadium at Brett Favre's daughter's college.
I think I heard about that.
It got blown out of the water. Mississippi is number 1 in the poorest city in the country or state in the United States. They are last in education, and they hold more people per capita in poverty than any other state in this country.
Wow.
And they stole $5 million from the state fund that's supposed to help underprivileged people.
Wow.
To build that stadium. And Trump told them to stop the investigation.
What?
Yeah.
Investigation's over. Nothing to see here.
And guess what? Boogie, can you tell the people that he cannot ever be prosecuted?
What?
Well, they stopped the investigation.
No, I'm talking about Trump. That he never be prosecuted.
No, as long as what he's doing is in a presidential manner, meaning it was done as the president, he cannot be tried or convicted for any of that. He has immunity.
Wow.
You know what? If you want to have a show on the ultimate corruption that's going on right now, we'd be on here for hours. So you let me know, because
Let's do a corruption marathon.
I'm for real. Like, sis, it's so much deeper than everything.
And they're not even hiding it. They're not even hiding it.
They're not even. No, it was all outlined from the beginning. But then I get all kind of minorities attacking me because I support ICE, and I'm like, I support what it's intended to be. Not underneath this current regime.
I support illegal immigrants that entered this country illegally to be removed properly.
Agreed.
I support illegals that have committed crimes to be deported
expeditiously.
Yes.
Obama just said, hey, you could probably reach my numbers if you just go ahead and access the prison records and start deporting them out of the jails.
But he's not doing that. But he's not doing that.
But Obama said, there's 1.8 million illegals here that have exhausted their attempts at citizenship.
But he's not doing that.
Wow.
He's just looking at numbers and just think he just bang on anybody's door.
That's crazy. That part is ridiculous.
Under the Fourth Amendment, you cannot enter anyone's home without probable cause or a warrant signed by a seated judge.
And this is why they will never reach the numbers that Obama did. This is why.
Because they sent back half the people.
Going rogue.
But if he just follow it the legal way, he can probably come close to Obama's numbers if he do it the legal way. But he's doing things so unethically and illegally that we're having to pay more money to bring these jokers back.
But you know what's going to happen?
What?
When all this is done and he's gone, the lawsuits against the United States
government. We're going to be paying for that for decades.
Baby, it's going to be big.
We're going to be paying for that for decades.
That woman that cop shoved to the ground and maced or pepper sprayed or whatever he did, she's not an illegal. She's an American citizen.
Right. This shit that's going on, I'm sorry. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting, but you need to pay attention because it's going to be our money that's going to go back into this to pay off what these jokers are doing. The same way we paying off these tariffs.
Yeah.
These tariffs aren't affecting these businesses. We paying the tariffs.
It's affecting our businesses who turn around and give it to us. Remember what I said, New World Order. They're running the farms out of business so they could buy up the land. They're running the small businesses into the ground so the bigger businesses can take a bigger footprint.
Agreed.
Okay. This is all the plan.
I agree.
They're not getting rid. Stephen Miller is not going anywhere because he is the architect. Okay. He gets the orders from the real architect. You know who the real architect is? The man behind the money. He runs the purse. I forgot his name. He wrote Project 2025. And now he actually is in charge of handing out the money. Did you know that ICE's budget or allocation is more than the FBI,
what?
The ATF, the U.S. Marshals?
I know you lying.
Why would you not think that? Like, logically speaking,
combined,
as much as they've been doing, as much as they've been doing lately, why would you not think that budget was high?
I don't
These
know.
Joker just like literally.
These idiots are making all of this money.
Yes, they got a $60,000 bonus for signing on.
Yes, and then not only that, I'm sorry, Boogie.
Wait,
I don't
hold
mean to
up. How
cut
much
you
was their
off.
bonus?
60,000.
Boogie, I don't mean to cut you off. And while we speaking about bonuses, let's speak about how much folks had to pay back for their time in service in DC.
Why do you think they're fired? Why do you think they fired half the FBI? Why do you think they
Why?
fired 200,000 people out of the federal government system?
But also, what about DC? Why ain't
What do you
nobody
mean?
hearing about DC?
What do you mean, DC?
Okay, so with DC, a lot of those folks are having to pay back that money
What money?
that they received as far as hazardous pay and everything else. They're having to pay that money back.
Well, yeah, because they're cutting everything. They're cutting everything
So
to make
these,
sure that it pays for ICE.
yeah,
This is crazy. Ugh. That's
I mean,
crazy.
those three agencies, FBI, ATF, and U.S. Marshals, and there's one more I forgot. There's one more agency. ICE's budget is more than all four of them combined.
yeah, DC isn't the tucking point anymore. So
This is
these
crazy.
soldiers that are living off bare minimum, because they always like to say how soldiers ain't making that much money, but they gotta pay that money back.
Well, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, and people used to fight me about this. No, they should send a no. Why send the National Guard in instead of paying the National Guard? So understand what happens once he deploys the National Guard.
Yeah,
Right, the National Guard is deployed. They are no longer weekend warriors. They're active duty personnel who get paid for every day they're there. So they're no longer getting paid for the one weekend a month
out of month, yeah,
that they normally get. They're getting paid what an active duty military person will be paid to stand their post for 30 days.
But that's what happened with that one lady. I forgot what her name is. I'm gonna have to Google it. I hate that you went down this rabbit hole because now I can't remember her name. But there was one that was unalived.
Two of them.
And
recently?
It was a few months ago, but she was
two of them.
Yeah, she
Two of
was.
them,
I want to
yeah.
say she was National Guard, and it ruined
Yeah.
her relationship because she stayed in DC to collect that money, being active duty, versus focusing on her relationship. And that's the one thing her boyfriend was upset about, because he was just like, she just could have came home. And like, he's all torn up about it because he literally got into this whole argument with her about it, and she was unalived in DC by a freaking terrorist. Now, I don't know what side of the fence he laid on or whatever the case may be, but that was a true story.
Wow.
And now a lot of these folks that were deployed there are having to pay this money back.
They're not, that money they're being paid as a E3 or E4 or whatever, that's not enough. But again, every day that someone is in deployed, they have to feed them, house them, and clothe them. That money could have been given to the police department to hire more cops.
Can we get Trump out if he loses midterms?
Yeah, he could. If all of them, if we take over the House and the Senate, we can impeach him.
He got to go.
What
y'all need me to do?
You know what? You need to keep telling people to vote.
All right, I'm on it.
Not just vote for the president, not just vote for the senators and the congressmen. You need to vote all the way down to your city mayor.
Lower levels.
There's an election this year.
Yeah.
There's
Lord
an
have
election
mercy.
this year. Make sure and double check your registration status, all of that, because they have been removing people from the registration list.
Yes, they
Yeah, I
removed.
So,
heard about that.
yeah, double check all of that. And if you're not up for reelection, there's election at least every 2 years.
Well, there's one every year because they offset certain things for
Yeah,
the
there's one
city.
every
So
year, but
the
yeah.
city has elections every year, and the state has the midterms is usually Congress, senators. There's going to be a bunch of them up there. But understand something: 800,000 voters were expunged from voter registrations because they were out of state voters, meaning they were deployed, they were in the military, they were working somewhere on assignment, and they came in and took them all off the registries.
Yeah, I definitely heard about that because I definitely checked mine. I definitely heard about that. Them expunging everybody and trying to clean everything out
Yep.
because they claim that it was a whole bunch of people voting in the name of somebody that was
Yeah.
deceased.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And the only person that they caught doing that was a Republican voting in
Hmm.
his dead mother's name.
That's ridiculous. That's just this is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Who would do anything to win?
And that's what it is. But what people don't understand, and I say this all the time, it's not the government in DC that's changing things. It's the government in your state.
That part.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has reached out, okay, and the perfect example of that is he reached out and told old Hot Wheels uh, from Texas there to uh, gerrymander the voting lines.
Well, North Carolina they've been doing that for a hot minute.
Well, here's the thing. Every 10 years, the lines are redrawn by the census.
It feels like it's been redrawn a lot in my area.
Well, they've been
So I
doing
might
that
I might have
because
to
he's pushing it.
I might have to reach out to you on that on a personal note because it feels
Yeah.
like they've been doing that within 10 years. A lot
Yes.
within 10 years.
And what the Republicans do is they break up urban areas that they know they lose in. They cut them in half to water down the vote. But
Wow.
it's supposed to be by the census, not because you decided to do it.
So another question, since you mentioned census, and this is gonna be my last question because I know
I was going to
census.
say because we get right, we over an
Yeah,
hour
I
now.
know. Yeah, I know. This is gonna be my last question. I promise,
I'm,
sis.
I'm
This is gonna be my
sorry. I'm
last question.
sorry.
This is
Now
gonna
it's
be my
all
That was
last
good.
question. So I typically do mine, like even with my voter registration card. I don't have my race listed at all. I don't even think I have my gender listed. If it is listed, I'm gonna need to change that expeditiously. But so am I doing the right thing by not listing my race or gender or ethnicity?
Well, it doesn't matter. They could see
I
how
was
you
going to say
voted.
that.
They could see how you voted.
I
And
just for the
the
people in the back, sis. Just for the people in the back, because I
the
know I'm an unaffiliated voter,
so you're
and
you're independent.
no, I'm unaffiliated.
Okay.
I'm not even listed as an independent. I'm an unaffiliated voter. I don't want my race, gender, or ethnicity, or anything listed. Like I'm just another sheet on the paper. I
So
mean,
let me tell you.
you're gonna tell by looking at my name that she's probably
Yeah.
black.
Well, here's the thing. So with a person like you, they take the last 5 times you voted
Mm,
and they see which way you voted.
okay.
They're going to know.
Yeah, they're gonna know. They don't even have to
They
look
know
at your name.
everything.
They don't have to look at your
Girl,
name.
you thought you was hiding?
No,
Yeah.
I ain't hiding because I switch it up.
I'm just
No,
joking.
yeah, I switch it
Well,
up.
I don't tell people how to vote. I don't tell
Cause
people who to vote for.
yeah, because I mean, during primaries, I pulled a Republican ballot during primaries.
Well,
Yeah,
What?
I vote. I pull the Republican ballot during primaries, and I vote for the joker that ain't gonna win. Why would I? Why would
I
I
don't know. It
vote?
sounds like you cut out.
I
What?
vote. I pull the Republican ballot every time during primaries. I pull that Republican ballot just to go against I can't say the last few years, but the last 8 or whatever years. I
Hmm.
pull the Republican ballot and I vote for the lesser of two evils. Because I'm unaffiliated, I can pick between pulling the Republican ballot or the Democratic ballot. And I'm
Gotcha.
going to pull that Republican ballot because I didn't want a Trump. So I pulled that ballot to make sure I would not get a Trump. And unfortunately, I got a Trump.
Right. We all did.
So I
Right.
like being unaffiliated because I can pick which one I get. Like for me, it's the best of both worlds. But speaking to Boogeyman, I don't know if I've been doing it right the whole entire time or not.
You vote your heart. You vote what is best for you.
Yeah. Do the homework. Do the research. I say. You know.
Okay. And that's what I tell people. You look, vote your heart. Vote what's best for you.
Hmm.
But don't ignore the other things that are on the ballot, because a lot of those things on the ballot are very important.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get what you're
Bond
That's when
saying.
bond
laws
issues,
come into play.
yeah,
Yeah,
bond issues, laws, property taxes, bonds for schools. All that stuff is important.
Yeah.
And if you leave it to the next person, it's not going to go your way.
Old school. Remember back in the day, our people used to say, "Oh, just push Democrat." No, it don't work that way.
yes,
It don't.
yes, Mr. D. This is definitely live, but yeah. So when I say I pull a ballot, understand that I selected I selected the Republican ballot for primaries. That's just primaries alone. When it's dealing with the election season, we all get the same one. Yeah, Truth
Well,
didn't like me.
that's
He
the
blew his nose at me.
yeah, that's the big thing going on right now, is if they're going to allow independents or non-affiliates to actually vote in those primaries. That's a big question that's going on right now.
I mean,
Mm.
yeah, I spoke to my significant other, and I said I definitely have to have a party affiliation.
Yeah. What you gonna do, man?
Mm.
Piss or get off the pot.
Ugh, I
All
don't like
right,
having a
Matt. This
party.
is it. Final thoughts. Listen, I was supposed to be off for the rest of the week. They ended up calling me in tomorrow, so I'm feeling. I'm in my feelings right now because I thought I was
I
gonna have
know. I
a
know,
good
sis.
time
I
off.
still love you. You still beautiful. So
Thank you.
let me go ahead and go with, should I go first, Boogeyman, in case you want to get a rebuttal, or are you okay with going first?
Final thoughts. No, there is no rebuttals.
I'm just saying, like he
We could
may
be here all night.
no. I may say something that he don't agree with and he want to use in his final thoughts. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. All right, let's
So
go.
do you want to go first, Boogie, or you want me to go first?
You can go.
Okay, yeah, okay, Mr. Cocky.
Tear your ass up. Let's go.
I set myself up for that one. But yeah, make sure you guys are going out and make sure that you verify your registration. A lot of your states still have one stop voting, so make sure you double check that because primaries are right around the corner. And just make sure you stay in tune in what's going on to make sure that you protect you and your family, whether you agree or disagree with the commentary of today. Everything is all about keeping everyone safe and out of harm's way because no one should be dealing with what we're dealing with in this country. I love you guys. Stay safe. Peace, love, and joy to you and yours. And on that one, I'm out.
That was good. That was good. Okay, Boogeyman. Your final thoughts.
Well, again, do your research. Understand what you're reading. If you don't understand something, ask somebody. Okay? Those people that are at the polling things are there to explain things to you.
Yeah.
Not to only make sure that everybody's doing the right thing, but they're also there to explain things. Now, if you see something on the ballot that you don't understand, okay, a month before the elections even happen, you can request a definition for all that stuff. The bonds, you could see where the people, where they stand, what they voted for. If they've already been in office, you could see the votes that they've cast, for things that you may feel important for yourself. Okay. We're in this problem. Sorry. I've been out digging out cars for a week now, but we're in this problem because people believed that if they vote for Trump, things would be different.
Mm-hmm.
He went on a whole rampage about drain the swamp. And now him and his MAGA is the swamp.
Yes, they are. Big time.
Okay. Right now, he's handing out, tax exempts, tax reform, tax this, tax that. You're going to get a check this year. It might be better than it was last year, but he did the same thing in first time. You got a good one the first time, and then every year after that, you started getting nothing where you owed money. But you know who's always going to get a tax break and who's always going to get a big bonus in there? It's going to be Facebook, Amazon, Elon Musk, all those companies right now, even Microsoft is receiving checks in the billions for the tax that they don't pay. But there's nobody out there right now, none of you that can hear my voice can raise your hand and say you're not paying any taxes.
That's crazy. And you're right. He did that. Like the first time, yeah, here. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I only got half of what I got back last year.
Yes. And you know what? Most people had to pay. Look, I pay a lot of money in taxes. There's no way around it for me because I have to estimate my taxes because of my companies make different amounts all the time. So I have to estimate how much my tax is. So every year I owe, thousands of dollars, upwards of 10,000 for each one of my companies.
That's
Are
crazy.
you hiring?
What?
Are you hiring?
Sure. But here's what I'm trying to get out. The average person in the last year of Trump's presidency, or even not the last year, right? Under Biden, almost 80% of the country owed money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know how much more money they were seeing in their paycheck? Each paycheck? $20 to $25.
Yeah. I ended up owing. I was like, what the hell? Where's the kid at?
You weren't alone. 80% of the country owed taxes. And that's on top of you paying somebody to do your taxes.
Yeah. I've been doing my own for a long time, and I didn't like what I was just like, is this a mistake? I did it over and over and over.
Yeah.
It was still the same.
Yeah.
Guess what my final thought is?
What's that?
Everyone that felt like their vote didn't count, everyone that was too lazy to go to the polls, you see what happens? Ain't no sense of crying about it. Freaking do better. That's all I'm going to say. Do better. This is what happens when you don't educate yourself. This is what happens when you don't vote. So, yeah, I'm going to be pushing that hard line. Because it's this, he got to go.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I'm waiting for Truth to say something else. Oh, well,
No, this is it.
Else. Okay, that's
Thank
okay.
you guys for coming up. I appreciate you,
Joy.
Boogeyman. I appreciate you, Peanut. I appreciate everyone that came and pulled up, even the new ones, even the new people. Make sure you guys hit the like, replay gang. Subscribe, guys, to the channel. This is what we're going to have, open conversations. All right, Boogeyman. We out of here. We are signing off.
It's your under degrees. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Great, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Great, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling this tea.